Hey guys, my name is Fahd Dawood. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Look, every once a week, perhaps several times a week, I am going to be able to take questions from you that you put and send to me on WhatsApp or you put down in the comment section. Now these might be very pertinent because you might be making an investment. I do my best. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a different process. But if you want advice and I give it out on my YouTube channel, just hit me up in the comment section or ask me on WhatsApp. I'll do my best if it's super urgent. Try to come back to you super quick as well. I've got a couple of questions that were asked to me by a Mr. Nadeem. Okay, let's not put his last name out there. So the first question, he's looking at a very particular property. I don't know the full background, so I'll try to answer as best as I can with the questions that he's given me, okay? So the first question was, is it better to buy cash or with a mortgage? Now, this is my personal opinion. This is not, you're not going to get this from all the agents and all the investors in the market. My personal general rule is to always buy cash, okay? There's a couple of reasons I state that, and number one is when you go out into the market to a bank to take up a mortgage, I look at the numbers and I look at who else is going to be sharing in the profit of that property, okay? The bank in essence becomes your partner in that property. Now, you could ask me till the cows come home, what if I can't afford a home because I don't have all the cash? My simple and almost straightforward answer is going to be increase your income to a level where you don't need to involve a bank. My other answer is, look, your house is not always an investment. It doesn't give you income back straight up, okay? Now, your house could be an investment in other ways because it saves you a lot of time and effort. You don't have to renew your tenancy contract with landlords, especially in Dubai, who can be difficult. Maintenance issues can take a lot of days to be taken care of. So in that sense, yes, your house can be an investment because you're saved from a lot of time and stress from the tenancy renewals that sometimes happen in Dubai. Yeah. So that said, yes, maybe perhaps you bring in a mortgage, a financier to help you acquire that property. But even then, I would encourage that your cash down payment should be super high. And it's very simple. Again, don't forget, when the bank lends you that money, in essence, it's becoming a profit owner in that property. So if price goes up, the bank takes a large chunk of the profit. Don't forget that. And the bank gets paid first because you're going to be starting to pay them on a monthly basis, whether you're living in that property or you're renting it out. God forbid, if prices go down like they have in Dubai for the last 5 years and the market's been correcting, guess who's still on the hook for the entire money that you borrowed? You are. Regardless of what you sell the property at, you're still going to have to pay the bank back, right? So my general rule, avoid the mortgage, avoid financing if you can. Some cases, consider it if the deal is super multiplied by 1 million, good. In that case, yes, involve the bank because, you know, maybe perhaps without the bank you can't do it. But then again, try to pay off the bank super quick, super early. That's my personal philosophy. Yours could be different and you're free to disagree. I wish you all the best. And the second question he asks is, if a property price bought now has the same price as when it sold for back in 2012, is it a good deal? You see, sometimes you don't look at just pricing and where it's at compared and relative to the time that you're in. You gotta look at, are you getting value out of the property, okay? When you're just only looking at pricing and considering, hey, listen, it's gone back to 2012 prices, you're almost falling into the realm of speculation because you're expecting price maybe goes up and you may be able to benefit. Maybe if you're not even looking at just pricing, I would rather just recommend that you should look at the value that you're getting from the property, right? So if it's a ready property, you would look at, let's look at a property and actually understand what it is, right? It is an investment that's supposed to give you rental income back. So if you looked at that similar property on the market and what's it renting at, you will be able to calculate the percentage amount of return that you are getting back. For example, if it's $1 million dirhams or $1 million for that particular property, but the current rent is, let's say, 100,000 dirhams, technically speaking, your gross income is 10%. Let's say service charges are 20,000, you're still clearing 8% net rental income back into your pocket, tax-free, as far as Dubai is concerned. That will beat any bank and most other non-risky investments any day. Now, obviously, you could put your money into running a business that could bring you 30-40% return, but that's super risky. You could lose it all. Same thing applies to stocks and shares. So when you're looking at a property, look, it could be at 2012 pricing. Sometimes you got to look at it and say, who cares? What's the value I'm getting from this property? That's how you assess it in a more accurate way. And yes, you still look at, hey, the pricing's back down at 2012. Maybe it's a good deal. Another thing you would look at is what's the current market price. If you've learned how to price a property properly, then you will know what's the current market price. Market price means not what the seller is asking, but what the seller is asking as a price and what a willing buyer is willing to buy it. And when they both meet together and a few transactions happen, that's what establishes market price. If you're able to establish that, and then if you're getting this at a deal of 2012 price and it's 10%, 15%, 20% below current market price, that sounds like a good deal. I would go for it, right? Last but not the least, he's actually specifically mentioned greens. I'm not going to mention the specific building, and he tells me and asks me, look, the building's 10 years old, but it's very well maintained. The developer is super well known. They've got a very good reputation. What about the location and the building? Look, again, you got to look at both sides. This is my personal opinion. The location is absolutely amazing and great. I believe that the metro station, which connects most of Dubai now, is literally 5 to 10 minutes walking distance, which actually helps you out, right? Now, the thing that you need to actually consider beyond the location is, this is my experience now, not personal opinion. What happened in Dubai over the last 20 years is that buildings that were constructed, villas that were made in the first part of the boom, which is like 2003 to 2008, almost up to 2012, I personally feel that a lot of corners were cut and quality was not maintained and controlled as it should be in general, okay? Because you can't really help it when markets are moving so fast, sales are happening so quickly. Sometimes quality can get affected. And don't forget, the Dubai market is fairly new. Now, that's one side of the equation. What about a developer building a very good building and then the maintenance part on a year-to-year basis has not kept abreast and not kept pace to international standards on how a building should be maintained? I'll give you a simple example. You know how you take your car for servicing every 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 kilometers? And then they do a good check. They check that everything's okay. Maybe some parts need to be replaced, etc., etc. It keeps your car in tip-top condition, right? Because the industry on the car maintenance and services, some people say it's a hoax, but I think they know what they're doing and they're able to maintain your car in a very good way. Maintenance of a building, on the other hand, is a fairly new game in Dubai, run by the Owners Association that appoints the facilities manager. And in my personal experience, it's not been kept at the international standard that Dubai is used to in some cases, not all the cases. So what we are seeing now, 10 years, 15 years into a building's existence, where nothing really critical should happen, large expense bills are going to be sent to the owners for major maintenance and major repair work. Now, the buildings where maintenance has been taken care of, there's a fund that is called the sinking fund, or for major expenses, they've been keeping money on the side, shouldn't be a problem. Where the maintenance and the facilities managers have cut a lot of corners, a building that's 10 years old, going up to 15, you're gonna have to be getting a really good deal at a very good price to make that call and say, look, you know what, this is a good deal. even if the maintenance goes up in the next 3 or 4 years, I'm going to be pretty good on the solid side. Look, I try my best to answer the questions as best as possible. Give me as much details as you can and I can answer them. It's free. I hope it helps a lot of other people as well. If you want to engage my services, get in touch. I'll explain how I work one-on-one. Hit the subscribe button. Check me out. I got more videos coming up in 2 languages, English and Urdu/Hindi. Press the bell icon. Look forward to staying in touch. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.